season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
The returner, Trey Tucker, going to bring this one out.
Ready? Here we go. Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Fights loose. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Turpin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Let's go now.
In motion, the tight end. He'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It's taken to the 26. Oh, some strong running. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. You look at this Raiders defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And it's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Hold on a sec. Ready.
Nick's going to tap this forward. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Hold on a sec.
Nick's going to give to Harvey.
Just a yard there, so it brings up the top 3rd and 12.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Black, 95. White, white. Grill, green. You, yellow. 6. Leather, roster, 6. Set.
Looking to throw. That's to Bowers once again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First down. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Las Vegas.
Beetle blue. Here we go, set. 45. Blue striker. Red cycle. Steel, black.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Tucker. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Let's drill. 52. Blue, 32. Smash, red. Black ultra. Cut, cut.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. Quick slant complete to Melton. Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
49-yard line.
Hold on a second. Ready.
Off the play fake. Nix. He rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing him play all the way to the end and making the tackle.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kevontae Turpin, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Setting up a screen for Harvey. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. The Broncos have 3-9 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. I expect them to play really well here.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Again, it's Harvey.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Bo Melton,
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
and the Broncos have regained the lead.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Lutz with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play there gets them right back up to that level.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go. 33, yellow. Red, yellow, white, blue. Yellow, blue. Set.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Here's Tucker, complete on the right side.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Raiders 1st down. It's a gain of
Ready,
17
ready,
yards.
yellow,
And the Las Vegas 1st down.
black, open, white, white. Ready?
He'll look to throw.
That is caught downfield. It's Besh.
And he's down inside gain of 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Kevontae Turpin.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Raiders have moved out in front.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And his guys will get the football right at the...
/20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 22.
That's good.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Yellow.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers there to make the grab. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, here's Nix. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
To throw is Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. R.J. Harvey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. What's good on the extra point? And the lead is down to 2.
17.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Clock 40. Striker, 3-3.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he's able to break out of one tackle that then could be brought down.
A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 9. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
To throw, here's Nix.
He completes this to Sutton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
From the 31, here's second and 2. Here's Nix. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll run on first down. Turpin. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
We call a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Set, ready, green down. 33, yellow, 6, leather. Blaster, 6. Slide blue. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Trey Tucker.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Up the middle, it's Harvey.
Now the ball comes loose. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a return will stop right around the 25. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here we go. Black 40, ready.
First carry of the game for Zamir White.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
White.
Second and 9 now. That's caught by Tucker.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready. Hut.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year.
Okay,
excellent
right.
job stopping him there on 1st down.
Let's go. Ready?
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Brock Bowers.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And that is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
First and 10.
Nix to the air. He gets this into the hands of Harvey.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to Franklin.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Harvey.
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory, backed up.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs.
Ready, break.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter.
Red, white, blue, yellow. Set.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Working downfield, he's got Thornton.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 26-yard
So
line.
a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 26-yard line.
52 blue striker. 6 mega. Black ultra. Set.
Looking to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Let's go. 45. Black shot. Real green. Hut, hut.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Yellow, 22. Ready?
Again, he'll drop the throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
No, I'll tell that.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Green jack.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Claude red. Black, 95. Red, sight. Needle blue. Blue striker. Hut.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown! Brett Bowers from 4 yards out. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And now here's another interception. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air,
You become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Drill green. Check, huh?
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you're not going to know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see